welcome to our very second session 0 of Rotten Apple by Night. Content warning for violence, death, manipulation, and other classic things from Vampire the Masquerade. Oh, I should say that the event has started. I forgot to do that last time. Start event. All right. This session is for Dominic Russo Session 0, and it is called Blood and Love. All right. The year is 2019, so a few years before our chronicle begins. I'm gonna get the mute. Well. All right, Dominic, you wake up. I need you to do a rouse and blush for me.
Yes. 2 seconds whilst I open up the beta chat, or do we have a dice roller?
We do have a dice roller. I don't care which one you use. But we have DiceBot right here. I tagged you.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So we've got already off to a wonderful start.
Oh boy. All right. Do your blush. Oh boy. All right. Hunting is definitely needed tonight because you are at 3 hunger.
Yeah. So
Oh boy. Gangrel start indeed, Inc. Gangrel start.
the gangreliest of starts.
All right. So you
So
hunting. Let's go hunting. Let me pull that up. Where's your character sheet? All right, you are a
should be
queen.
manipulation and persuasion, and I'm allowed to add my pretty.
Yes, you're stunning. Plus, if you're doing streetwise type stuff with the mafia. Oh, first we gotta do your rarefied palate. We gotta find your person that you can feed off of.
Oh yes, that's right.
You are a Ventru.
I am a Ventru. I gotta do that. So that is
Resolve plus awareness,
resolve and awareness.
difficulty 4.
So we roll 5, hunger 3. Notes.
Oh, I don't think you can even spend will to fix that one.
No, because the difficulty's 4.
Oh boy.
So like I would have to re-roll those 2 skill die and get a crit.
Okay, how about this? Let's say you're really hungry. You're not quite like crazy hungry yet, but you're hungry enough that you just go somewhere a bit more local than you normally would, and you don't find anyone there. Let's try a different location. Give me a wits and streetwise plus your mafia to find a place you know your rarefied palate will be, because that is a made man.
Wits and streetwise, so that is 6, 7.
Yep.
We roll 7. There's 3. Notes.
Okay, you made it. You made it. You go to a different location, and you are able to find a made man, maybe of the mafia you're part of, maybe a different mafia. It doesn't matter. You find someone who can fit your palate. Now roll me that hunting roll with all your prettiness. I believe
Okay.
it's 11 dice total.
Where is it?
If you add
Yes,
awe. Are you activating awe?
I am activating awe
Okay, 11 dice then.
because why not?
I mean, you're at 3 hunger and you already failed your first check to find someone, you might as well.
Number 3.
I am a merciful ST. All right, you get your hunger back down to 1.
Okay. I'm just like, oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Everyone is
This
starting
is
hungry.
this is an auspicious start.
I know, especially what I've got planned, I fear for you. All right. So, actually, this big man is someone you know. He's part of the Genovese mafia. I'm assuming you wipe his mind. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. We just hung out. To the frat.
Yeah, you just
Nothing
hung
else.
out. No big deal. Okay. So you just hung out. La la la. Dude does not remember this at all, but he does look at you. He's like, "Oh yeah, man. Yeah, Russo. I was supposed to tell you something from the boss." And you know he's referring to your underboss, not your underboss, your capo regime. My apologies. Yeah,
Not
yeah,
yeah.
he he said he's got something for you. You might want to head on over there.
All right. He'll he'll just give a nod, get up from where he's sitting, and head on out because when you are summoned, you don't waste time.
Indeed not. All right. I need to turn the volume down on it's already so low. I can't focus. Okay. Little Italian mafia dinner music. You make your way to where your capo regime is located. Of course, you know him as Paolo Mancini of the Genovese family. And you don't see him at first, of course. You pass some of the other rank and file soldiers, and they nod to you, gesturing that you should go in to speak with the capo.
And of course, Dominic would. He would be observing all manner, all due respect and making sure that he's following proper protocol.
Good. Very good. Your capo is sitting there behind the desk, I mean, in his chair. And he nods to you to close the door as you come in.
Dominic would close the door. You wish to see me, sir?
Mr. Russo, have a seat.
And he would take his seat.
So listen, um, a job came down from you from up top for a very specific thing that needs to happen, preferably tonight. You know how they are, always doing things last minute.
It is not my position to question. It is my position to do as I am told. Anything for the family.
Attaboy. Now, he slides you a folder. I have not been told to look at this, so I have not looked at it. This is for your eyes only. You need to get this done ASAP. Capiche?
Understood.
Yeah. Do whatever you need to do to get it done. If you're gonna bring other people in, make sure they can keep a frickin' secret, you know?
Dominic will nod. If it's all the same to you, sir, I'll take care of this myself. We don't need any loose ends.
I trust your judgment. Alright, now you better get going. You don't have much time. And he nods for you to leave.
And he will. He knows a get out of my office when he hears one. So he heads out. He will find some place private real quick to review the information that's been given to him.
Alrighty. You open up the folder and you recognize the handwriting of the underboss of the family. One, Fausto Genovese. Let me just quickly send his picture into the beta chat. Hello, do the thing I'm asking you to do. There we go. Now, you of course are very familiar with this man. You're well, you used to be indebted to him, and you're still indebted to him for other reasons. But you recognize his handwriting, and it says, Dominic Russo, you are hired. Well, not hired. You are required for this job to eliminate this target. And below, you see a picture of this man. If it'll send. There we go. What the frick happened to the music? Okay. You recognize the picture of this man. This is one of the Tremere regents in the city. 1 out of 5. One Eugenio Genie Estevez. And the directions are pretty clear that you are to permanently eliminate this man. Now, he's asking you to do something that's not only illegal, but forbidden by the traditions. But this is not the first time you've done that.
Uh, in our world, the traditions are oftentimes regarded as polite suggestions.
Yeah, maybe don't tell that to your broodmate, though. You know, the prince. I'm not sure she'd appreciate hearing that.
No.
But it gives you just a brief description of the man. Not that you need it; it's kind of redundant. You've seen him before at court. You know that he's a rather posturing Tremere. He's very unlike his brothers and sisters, and that he is like a little too much into politics. Like the Venture and Toreador kind of don't like it because what are you doing in our territory? Politics is our thing. Go away, Tremere, and study your books. But he is been pretty affluent lately. Not crazy affluent, but his influence has been increasing over the years to an uncomfortable height. And yeah, your orders are to eliminate this man. Obviously, don't break the masquerade and don't get caught breaking a tradition because you will be the fall guy, not your underboss.
Okay.
And it sounded like there were orders. You could bring someone along if you wanted. You have a few allies in the city. You have one of the Banu, Selena. You could always go to your brother or that very pretty redhead you just missed embracing. Or you can totally do it on your own. But it is a tributary region. It is totally up to you.
Tremere are typically dangerous, but if there's one thing that Dominic has learned in all of his years is that people tend to let their guard down in places where they are comfortable.
Yes, and you know where his chantry is. He makes it no secret because he has guests there often. It is the Maupassant room on Madison. Where's my thing? Where are my notes? It's on Madison Avenue in 77th Street. You know exactly where that building is. And if you're going to find him, he's either going to be in it or nearby.
So the first thing I'm going to want to do is head in that direction.
Okay.
Uh, Along the way, let's see.
You can call ally in. It'll probably cost you a favor or something in the future. You can gather some additional materials to face this Tremere. Totally up to you.
There is well, given that his job is going to be to destroy this man, uh he does not want to bring anything else in that's going to implicate him. So he's going in with his 45 and his rugged good looks. Uh but like outside of any of that, like he has what he has, and even if he has to rip this man's head off of his neck with his bare hands, the job is going to get done, and it's going to get done quietly.
Do remember that this man is shockingly sturdy for a Tremere. You know, normally they're wimpy bookworms, but this man is stocky. I mean, looks can be deceiving, but just something to keep in mind. You probably could take this man. I mean, your beast always tells you can take on anything.
Well, I also have that one very spicy flaw.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do. Golly. That could be a
Uh,
masquerade breach in and of itself.
I was talking about risk taker.
Oh! Oh, yes. Yes, there it is.
So,
That could also be a masquerade breach just being risky.
this is true. So, yeah, Dominic is, well, he does have an armory in his haven.
You could go back to your haven and get stuff from your armory if you so choose.
So, I'm going to be looking for, specifically, I want something that's going to be sturdy, concealable, something like a short sword, because I am his head will be parting ways from his shoulders one way or another.
Here I was half expecting you to go get something with more fire, but that is also dangerous to mess with. Yeah, you can go back to your armory and we can
Yeah,
say that that's in there.
I'm not a Mithraean in this one, so fire is not on the menu.
Fire is a guaranteed way to kill someone!
It is a guaranteed way to kill someone, yes. It's the handling of the fire that often becomes an issue.
Yeah.
So my Dominic's intention is going to be to slip into the Maupassant room and just, well, for lack of a more flowery term, hack his head off.
Okay, so you want to stealth in and surprise him.
Yes.
Okay. That is excelente.
So
So
I am going to be grabbing a short sword and a balaclava to cover my face.
good idea. You do not want to be seen breaking the masquerade. Or, you know, the sixth tradition. Ooh, that'd be really bad for you if that got out.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. All right. So you head back to your haven briefly, you suit up, and then you start heading down Madison Avenue and 77th Street. Are you taking a taxi? Are you taking the subway? Are you walking? Do you have a car?
Uh, we're going to be taking public transit for as much as I can, and
Okay.
then walking the rest of the way. Just
Yes.
making it looking like I'm out on the town for the night. Nothing crazy.
All right.
Certainly not taking anything that is going to be recognizable as mine. So no car, no nothing like that. Um, going to be dressed as plainly as possible. Got the balaclava tucked in my pocket. Got the sword hidden in my coat.
All right. That is easy enough. So you head on over there. Um, you see well, not 12, that's short in New York City. You see a tall skyscraper that you know is an office building, and you know Maupassant room is on the 12th floor. The information in your packet also told you that typically it is just Genie and his ghoul assistant in there. So, shouldn't be too prying, especially as people are in there all the time. So, you want to sneak in. Do you want to go in through the main entrance, or are you going to be crazy and like climb up the side of the wall like Spider-Man?
So entering into the building via the main entrance is a fine idea, though I will not be taking the elevators up to the Montpassat room. I will be using the fire exits, so the stairwells through
Ah,
the
okay.
building. Uh, there is less likely to be cameras there. There are less likely to be people there, and you can't. It's a lot harder to see somebody moving up a stairwell than it is to see. It's easier to see an elevator moving through the building than it is to see somebody moving through stairwells.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. So you successfully make it up to the 12th floor of the building. I would like you to give me a stealth and a wits and stealth check.
Wits and stealth.
Yes.
So
For you to not be spotted by any kind or the person you're trying to kill.
is 4. Go to 1. Am I able to blood surge on this one?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
You're a
Very good.
mafioso. You are used to sneaking into places and murdering people. You've prepped for this beforehand on many occasions.
I am going to use a point of willpower.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Oh boy. Um so as you approach the door, someone actually opens the door. It's not Jeannie, it's his assistant. And the assistant just stares at you, and is just kind of frozen in shock. What do you do?
Um, I am going to. I'm going to push them into the. Or I'm going to hit them with mesmerize.
Absolutely, you can do that. They're immortal, unprepared, succeeds. I think you need
So,
a rouse for me though.
yep. Let's see. I believe because of my blood potency, I can re-roll on rouses for up to level 2s.
Of your blood
Um,
potency?
yeah, it says here because I
Yes,
am
yes,
blood
you can.
potency 3, I get a level 2 rouse re-roll.
Absolutely, you do.
So that
Go
is
for it.
successful. I do not get
Yay!
hungry.
Good, because I'm not sure you want to drink Tremere blood. Though there is,
No,
though that is immortal right there for the nom noms. It just might make you vomit later. Okay,
it might.
so you successfully mesmerize them. What do you say?
That they are going to go ahead and sit in the corner and forget everything that's happened. Forget even seeing me.
Are you putting them in the corner facing the wall, like a kid?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They're just going to sit. They're going to stay there until somebody retrieves them.
Okay. Um, let me double check mesmerize. I'm not sure if mesmerize is only like one sentence.
They're typically short commands, so like
Okay.
stay in the corner until somebody gets you.
Okay. I will allow that then. All right. The assistant does as you say, eyes glazing over, and just sits in the corner. Do you close the door behind you?
Yes, and this is where I'm going to pull my balaclava on once I close the door behind me.
Okay. And are you going to lock the door? Or are you going to leave it unlocked in case you need to make a quick exit? I mean, there are windows, but you're 12 stories up.
I'm going to leave this door unlocked just in case, because 12 stories up is a
Even with
long way down.
fortitude. Even with
Yeah,
fortitude. Oof.
even with resilience and toughness, that is. But that reminds me, I am also going to pop toughness.
Okay. I'm assuming Awe has been deactivated because that mini scene was over.
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to activate Daunt or anything else?
I'm going to leave Daunt off for the time being.
Okay. Totally okay.
Excellent. Rouse. I do not get hungrier.
Good. So you find yourself in this very small Tremere chantry. I don't know if Dominic's been to this chantry before. Perhaps he has been. This chantry of all the chantries is the most willing to, how did the other Tremere describe it? Whore off blood sorcery. So it's a pretty
Mm,
good place to get blood sorcery for other things that the Tremere normally wouldn't want to give out. But yeah.
a robust red working scene, I see. Okay.
Yes. I mean, nothing too much where the other Tremere were going to kill him for spilling secrets, but like, the Tremere kind of looked down on this place. But perhaps you have been
Right.
here before. It is a small office, and it's very plush. The furniture is very elegant. This dude is trying very hard to, you know, accommodate and impress and please any of his potential clients. There are a couple of doors. Where would you like to go? Are you
Uh,
trying to like sneak up and listen at each door? Just busting in?
I'm going to listen and see if I hear him behind any specific door. Because kicking in doors generally tends to lead to unwanted attention.
Okay. Make me a wits and investigation or awareness. Let's say wits investigation because you're specifically trying to find him.
Okay.
And you can blood surge if you so choose.
Excellent. One, there's three. Okay. Five successes. My hunger does increase. So
Okay.
I'm at hunger two.
Noted. Gonna mark that on my copy sheet as well. Because if I can't see it, I will not remember it. Okay.
Right.
You successfully listen at a few of the doors. There's nothing behind the last door, though. You hear some shuffling around and someone muttering to himself, and you're pretty sure this is your guy, and he's behind that door.
Okay. Um, so I'm going to very carefully try the doorknob to see if it's unlocked.
It is unlocked. Let
All
me
right.
make an a wits and awareness test, though, and you make me a wits and stealth.
Excellent. Blood surge.
If you so choose. Difficulty is 2. Meets it, beats
All
it.
right. Meets it, beats it.
Alrighty, so you are able to successfully, carefully open the door and slip on in. Now you see the man in the photo. Let me quickly describe what he looks like. If I can find him in the book, there he is. Okay, is broad-shouldered, and you can see muscles sticking out of his very nice suit. Actually, he's not wearing a suit. My bad. He's wearing t-shirt and jeans. Very unusual for a Tremere. But you can totally see the muscles. And he is almost 6 feet tall. He's got short black hair, and though you can't see it right now, he's got brown eyes. And dude probably got a mustache going on because you've seen this man. He thinks he looks distinguished with a mustache. His back is turned to
Okay.
you at the moment, and has multiple books open and is just muttering to himself, totally zoned in on what he's doing. What would you do?
Well, we're going to dispense with the pleasantries. We're going to retrieve the sword, and we are going to just start hacking.
Okay. The drawing of your sword draws his attention, and he turns around, surprised to see someone standing in his room with a sword. So,
Oh,
let me see here. What is he gonna do? Make your first attack roll. So, are you using strength or dex plus melee?
uh, it's going to be the same regardless, so we'll go strength and melee.
Okay. You're swinging two-handed then.
Yep.
He looks super surprised, obviously. And
Am I able to blood surge on this one as well?
yes. Hold on.
Mm.
Math is hard. Okay. You're attacking him. He is going to try and just dodge. So that will be Dex and Athletics for moi. Ooh boy. He. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oof. Okay, you beat him. He turns around, shocked to see you there, and he tries to dodge out of the way, but you successfully slash at him. So, damage. I'm horrible at calculating damage. Where are my notes?
Uh,
There's too many things in this book.
Damage is usually on margin.
Okay. So you beat him by 2, so that'd be 2 superficial then.
Right.
Okay. He takes 2 superficial damage. I almost said slashing damage. Like that matters here. Okay. You slash him for 2. He is shocked and horrified, and then he gets really mad. Oh, wait a minute. Shoot, I'm dumb. He has toughness. I think that's
So uh,
toughness
toughness
reduces that.
reduces. Yeah, toughness
Um,
reduces by fortitude rating.
yes. Track fortitude from defender from all superficial damage sustained. Okay, occurs before halving, cannot reduce the damage below 1. Okay, so instead of 2, you do 1 damage to him. My bad. Okay, so you slash at him, and it does not cut as deep as you were expecting, unfortunately. All right, would you like to attack him again? And he is going to do probably some blood sorcery stuff. If I can
Uh,
pull it up real fast.
yeah, we're gonna go for another slash attack.
Okay. Oh shoot! Did I close that book? No, it's right there. What page is that? 48. Okay, roll me your slashing. I'm gonna pull up this blood magic he's gonna do.
And I am going to spend a point of willpower for that.
Okay. Whee! I guess
There we
I
go.
will. I'll roll Dex and Athletics for him again. Goodness gracious! You silly thing. Do as I'm asking you to do.
What? I'm dead. I want his family dead. I
Oh,
want his house
frick.
burned.
That's a bestial
Oh,
failure. That is a
that's
bestial failure.
that is a bestial failure.
All right. I'm gonna give him the Tremere compulsion. So what he needs to
Okay.
do now is be absolutely perfect in every little way, which he's not Mary Poppins, but he will try. Actually, now I want to make a Tremere that's like, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Okay. So, you successfully hit him. What was that margin? He got 2, and you got a 7 success. Critical! Okay, you do 2 superficial damage to him. Woo! Did he get hungry or he did not? Okay. Now it is his turn to try something. He is going to cast magic on you. He's going to wave his hand and mutter some weird arcane thing you don't understand. I need to roll intelligence plus blood sorcery. You need to roll me stamina plus fortitude. I am
Okay.
feeling aroused.
Speed. Oh,
Ooh, if he gets hungrier.
number 2.
Okay, he's hungrier. And then intelligence and blood sorcery. His pool is reduced by 2 because of his compulsion. Okay. Let me double check what this does. Okay. Oof. Oof. I'm going to spend a will.
Okay.
Okay. Because he has the single critical and you both have bestial, I'm going to give it to him, even though it does meet. Okay. Man, it's not doing well. Okay. So he waves his hand at you and oh, Dominic. Wait, that's the wrong page. Gosh dang it. Um, you feel your beast get louder. He has used Blood's curse on you. Your blood potency has increased by 2 for the purposes of Bane severity. Which you don't currently have, that stuff going on right now, but it is something
Okay.
he's done to you.
Okay. The
And
beast.
yeah.
Okay.
Dominic, we're hungry. We're always hungry. All right. Would you like to try and attack him again?
Uh, yes. This time, however, I am not going to be slashing at him, but rather just attempting to beat him into a fine jelly.
Okay, so you're just gonna be like brawling him, or
Yep, just punching him. Just
okay,
punching him. Because you
he's a
you use that wiggle fingers on me? No, no, no. Now you've made me upset.
all right. He's also upset with how things are going, and he was about to brawl you too. So we will have a brawl off. Strength and brawl, please,
Strength and brawl.
versus
Uh,
his strength and brawl.
5, 2.
Oh frick.
I'll spend another will on that one.
Okay. Okay. Um, you both are like screw this, trying to like do what we're good at. We're just gonna beat each other up, and you just go hand to hand, fisticuffs at each other. You managed to get the upper hand on him despite his incredible strength, and you are on top of him, and you are beating him up. And you are staring into this man's eyes, and you see the hunger just reach the ceiling. Man is at 5 hungry. He can no longer do blood sorcery on you or any other discipline.
Excellent. So does the bane severity stays because he got a successful
Yes.
cast, or does that drop? Okay.
It's
I
let me double
I
check,
was
but I'm
never
pretty sure it just stays.
I was never clear on that, so I figured I'd ask.
It doesn't say specifically, but I'm going to say oh no, it says duration until dawn.
Okay. So yep, then it's there until dawn.
Yep.
But
Okay. So how much more did you beat him by?
so
3. You beat him
that's
by
another
3.
3. I do have brass knuckles that add an extra damage.
Okay, then he has 3 fortitude, so he reduces that. You give him 1 damage. This guy is way tougher of a Tribute than you thought he would be. Tribute is supposed to be squishy. Maybe that's why your
Yeah,
boss set you, because he knew that you would have to deal with this. Okay.
but
Do you keep brawling with him? Are you going to try and grapple him? Are you going to try and stake him? What's your next move?
um I think I think I'm gonna just stake him at this point.
Okay. To stake someone. Do 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 do. Thought I had it written down. My notes. Eh.
I
Stake.
do know that there's going to be a 2 dice penalty for called shot.
Yes. Let me just find where that is in the book again, because I somehow don't have that written down. That's annoying. Okay. Staking, is it around here? Oh, that's the page it's on. Okay, to stake someone, a called shot, 2 penalty, and inflicts 5 points or more of damage before having. Okay, so you're in close combat. It's a strength plus melee attack minus a 2 penalty. Does 2 penalty refer to the dice or your successes?
I think it's the successes.
Okay, then roll your normal strength plus melee. You may blood surge if you choose to, because you're ticked off at this guy. You need to kill him, or at least get him to stop fighting you. But you will have minus 2 successes. And I guess to try to get that off, he's going to try and strengthen Brawlia.
Okay.
Oh no! You gonna keep that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, I'm tempted to make it worse. You know what? I am gonna will that.
You have an 8 successes, messy critical minus 2, so that's still 6 successes. And he has a 5 success messy critical. If you had not used your willpower, he would have beaten you. Because originally you only had 6, so it would have been reduced to
Yeah.
4. Oh,
Right.
okay. Okay. Okay, let's first decide your messy critical. Oh boy. This is spicy tonight. Hmm. Da, 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 da. A stain does not work here. You're killing someone. And that's actually one of your convictions. Let me see. Hello, load. I'm just gonna give you a compulsion. Um, which compulsion to give? That's too easy. I want this to fit the narrative well. I am going to give you the hunger compulsion. Your
Mm.
beast rages inside of you. Dominic, feed us. You've got him. It's right there. There's also that tempting human in the corner. Feed us. But before you
Uh,
act on a compulsion,
oof.
well, actually, do I make you do a will? Nah, you're in the middle of the thing. Um, you see, as you're trying to deal with your beast, that he stops moving completely, which is totally, normal. Um, I need you to make me a wits and awareness check.
Wits and awareness. That is the roll 6. You're 2.
Okay,
4
easy enough.
successes.
Easy enough. Excuse me. So obviously, when you stake someone through the heart, they stop moving. This one's a little different though. He starts decaying a little.
Does this man have steak bait? This is
Yes.
fantastic. Oh, this just made it so much easier.
Yeah. Let's see. What's your intelligence? Yeah,
Intelligence is 2.
you're too intelligent. I don't know. Do you think Dominic would know about steak bait and what it looks like? Okay, the dude you just stick is just decaying. That's not normal when you stick. Yeah, they just stop moving. Not even his eyes are moving. A vampire can usually at least like move their eyes a little bit. Like, dude is not moving at all, and his body is starting to shrink down a little bit and like coming down on his face. That's kind of freaky. You've never seen this before. You don't know what's Tremere stuff. It must be weird Tremere stuff.
It's got to be weird Tremere stuff. So, while he is not moving, I'm going to take the sword and make sure that I part his head from his shoulders while he's defenseless and shrinking. I want to make
Okay,
sure that this is done.
easy enough. You chop the head off, and it decays further. But you've succeeded in making sure this Tremere you were sent to kill is dead.
Uh, so in the meantime, I am going to uh, stash the sword again, make sure that that's out of sight, and then I am going to go downstairs and um, proceed to munch on that delicious looking mortal that I have just sitting in the corner.
Oof. Okay. Um, this is not your rarefied palette. So,
Ugh.
yeah. What's it? You have to like spend a will if you want to keep it down.
Yep.
Are you gonna do that?
If they are not my rarefied palette, I am better off looking for something that is in my rarefied palette.
Okay. So you're Ventru. You've gotten really good at sniffing out your people. This mortal is definitely not a made man. Probably don't even smell Italian to you. There's no olive oil in their blood. Um, um. So before you go hunting, I'm assuming you're gonna clean up this mess, or are you so restless you're
Yes,
just gonna leave?
I am. I'm going to make sure that Jeannie is cleaned up, that the ash has been disposed of, that the
Your
clothes
employer
are
wants the head.
okay. So yeah,
Classic mob thing.
uh we're gonna look through and see if there's like a bowling bag or like a hat box,
There's easily a
something
hat
that
box.
okay. So we're going to place the head in the hat box. We're going to secure that. Uh any cash, keys, anything of value that he had on his person, I'm going to collect up for myself.
Okay, he had a thick wallet on him.
Um, Clothes, I'm gonna, get out of sight, maybe throw them in a trash can, uh, or shove them in a drawer. Anything that gets them out of immediate sight. Make sure that any of the remains are cleaned up,
Mhm.
hidden, gotten out of sight. Uh, I want this office to look as close to normal as I possibly can because I want
Okay.
it to look like he just left.
Okay. Let's see how good you are at that. Let's make that. Let's do wits and stealth. You're trying to hide something. You're not the one hiding, but you're trying to hide something.
Go for under two successes.
Okay. You think it looks great, but you
Looks
haven't
good to
really
me.
been. This is a private room. You've never been in this part of the chantry. You've always been in like the front part that's just for guests. Your chantries, are very protective. You're not allowed in certain places. You think it looks just fine. It's totally fine. Cool. Do you do anything else in this place before you ditch it? There's still the assistant.
Um,
Could just leave him there. You can eat. Who knows?
the
Kill him.
assistant, the assistant, I am going to go downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to mesmerize them again,
Okay.
hand them the sword, and tell them to go wait in their boss's office with the sword in their hands.
Okay. Easy enough. The mortal, eyes glazed over a bit, accepts it. Um, well, not completely glazed. You don't have submerged directive. They're kind of like a little. You can see a little bit in their eyes, a bit of horror, but they go and do as they're told because they can't resist Dominic. They can't resist you, Dominic. This is what we do. Everything is ours.
And from there, Papa needs to go get some sip. He is a hungry boy. He might only be at two hunger, but dang if he isn't a hungry boy.
Are you gonna
So
cloud
he
memory
is.
the assistant again?
Yes, I
Okay,
am. I don't
cool.
want them to remember me at all.
Okay. So, you need to go hunting again, which means you need to find your type again, and
Yep.
your bane severity has increased by well, let's see. How much does the bane severity increase if your blood potency's moved up to level 5 for bane severity purposes? Oh boy.
Increases to Bane severity 4, and it gives me a -1 from humans.
Mhm.
So
So you
first
put
roll,
yeah, first rule is trying to find someone to nom nom. Do you stash away all your stuff?
yeah.
Okay.
Does the building have an incinerator in it?
Sure.
So that's where I'm going to toss the balaclava.
Okay.
I'm just going to toss that in the incinerator and exit the building. Make it, wallet. I'll keep all of the cash, but
Mhm.
like the actual wallet itself, ID, anything like that, credit cards, in the incinerator it goes. Because I don't need to have that on me, but I am absolutely keeping the cash. Uh,
He's got like maybe $2,000 in there, just a bunch of hundreds cuz who's going to attack him and take his money?
right. So from there, it is resolve and awareness.
Yes.
So that is
Hopefully
5,
4. You're lucky the difficulty doesn't increase.
right? Oh,
Oh, you want to spend a will? Or
If I do, that's going to impair me, isn't it?
if that's your last will, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, you were planning to go see your girlfriend after this. Maybe she'll be kind and give you a nom nom.
Yeah. I think from here, since I can't find anything, I am going to oh goodness.
Hmm.
Call up I want to call up Sophie and let her know that I'm in a bad way.
Hello, darling. What's the
Hey
trouble?
Soph. Oh, just a just a rough night. You'd think in the city that never sleeps a guy'd be able to get a bite to eat.
Oh
Ma,
no, you poor thing. It's only been 3 hours past dusk. Already that rough.
I don't you know how things get, Soph. Can I
I
uh
sure do.
can I come see you?
Anytime. I'll be expecting you. And she hangs up.
And he is going to make haste over to Sophie's place.
Easy enough. You've been to this haven of Sophie's. She's got, multiple as many older kindred do. And you make your way in. You probably have a key to the place, honestly.
Likely.
She trusts you're not gonna murder her of all people.
Yeah,
And
no.
you come in, it's as you remember it, plush seats, beautiful soft lighting, very intimate. She may have turned most of the lights off except for some of the chandeliers, and she's got fake candles on because you're coming. And she's oh, I keep forgetting to do outfits. I need to do outfits. I'll do that when session 1 happens. She's sitting there in kind of like the classic I just killed my husband widow
The
thing.
yeah, the like
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's
the
like
widow's
this
robe.
the gorgeous red though. And she looks gorgeous as always, and you would think red with her red hair would clash, but it doesn't, and she's sitting there patiently waiting for you.
And he's gonna come in. He's gonna give her a big smile. Always so happy to see his best gal.
Darling, you look horrific.
Oh, business as usual.
Ugh, you rough types. But she smiles fondly at you and gestures for you to come sit with her.
And he will. He's gonna come sit with her and drape his arm around her shoulders.
She starts idly like tracing her hand down your jaw. She's freaking Toreador and she's all over you all the time. This is totally normal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. And he's all over her right back. Just seeking comfort after what was a fairly rough experience, a fairly freaky experience. He's stashed the hat box um,
She would think that was
because
a
he
gift
would
for her.
have. He doesn't want her to think that it's a gift for her. He does tell her that it's just something he's got to get to his boss, but that can wait.
Darling, what's troubling you so? You know
Oh,
you can always tell me anything.
it's just work. Uh, you know how it is. Rough night. I'd rather just not think about it. Enjoy being here with you.
Suit yourself, but I'm always here to lend an ear. If you don't mind, I'd like to complain about some things, though.
Oh, for you, Sophie, I could listen to you read the same 7 pages of the Yellow Book.
Aren't you always sweet? Ah, your broodmate has just been absolutely horrible lately. I can't get anything through the Primogen Council anymore.
Oh, you know how she is. He's
Uptight,
just,
lacking fun, indeed.
something like that. There is a bit of venom in his voice when he talks about the prince. It is clear he's not a fan.
Yes. You two dance right up to the line of trees and quite often in your secret conversations. Yes, well, did you hear the news from a few nights ago?
What's she do now?
Well, there was a fledgling left sireless and well, she just wanted to waste good blood and dispose of the poor thing.
There is a growl at the back of Dominic's throat. It's it's one thing to get rid of your enemies, it's another to waste good blood.
I know, a child. I mean, a fledgling who's only been with us a few nights. Why would you do such a thing? I mean, yes, yes, the traditions. It's not its fault it was abandoned. So well, you know me and my charitable heart. I may have taken the, fledgling in.
Always the soft heart, Sophie. That's what I love about you.
Softness and sharpness can go hand in hand. But yes, I took the poor thing. Ugh, definitely a Ventru. She couldn't swallow blood from my favorite vessel. Ugh, what a waste of delicious blood.
Um, if it's from my family, I might be able to help a little bit.
I was certainly hoping for that, darling. Maybe you could give a few pointers. None of the other Ventrus seem too keen on her.
Anything for you, Red.
Thank you, darling. Yes, I thought perhaps, it'd be, well, besides being charitable, it might be a little bit fun to, take in a little Ventru. Almost like the one you almost had. And, you know, she's definitely saying that on purpose to get a little under your skin because it's still Sophie. She still will poke a little bit and tease. She doesn't mean
Oh
to
yeah,
by it.
no, no, but he'll he'll rest a hand on her knee and kind of playfully growl, "Careful."
Me? Careful. What a preposterous thing. But I thought it'd be a wonderful opportunity for maybe the both of us to help in the education of this wayward fledgling. I mean, neither of us needed permission to embrace her because she's already here. I think she'll get along quite fine with Balto. But the two of us are Toreador. We need that Ventru touch to really make her part of the clan of kings.
You know just what to say to make a boy feel special.
Course I do. We both know she shouldn't be on the throne.
After all the work I did, all the
I know.
blood, sweat, and tears.
I know.
But
It's
he
horrible.
is the prince, and we have to respect the will of the Camarilla.
I mean, the will of cavalry can change, dear. I mean, there are whispers out on the streets of dissatisfaction, a desire for new scenery in the area.
You'd know I'd never openly plot against my dear sister.
That's what you have me for. You Ventrue sit on your thrones and look almighty and intimidating while we roses get things done. Quietly. No one suspects a pretty thing of scheming. I may have
Dom-
a few things in place.
Dominic doesn't comment further on it, but the look in his eye is clear that you do whatever it is you're going to do. I've got your back, but like I can't talk about this anymore.
Which she knows and she's fine with. She'll just keep talking for the both of them. You know her. She, like many roses, does love to talk. There have been some interesting rumors about that I think I want to, well, know the real meaning behind them. And who better than to look into that than a new face with absolutely no standing or connections?
Benefits of youth, you often get overlooked.
Indeed. And who's going to question someone so young and new asking them questions? I mean, if a child doesn't learn how they're expected to contribute meaningfully to society.
Oh, I'm sure I'm sure she's in very capable hands with you.
Of course. And with your help, she might actually pass for a real blue blood, embracing her noble lineage. Poor thing. Oh, poor thing doesn't even know her sire, let alone her lineage. How is she going to stand up as a blue blood? I just simply don't know anyone who could look into that sort of thing.
Look into it, Red. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Now you seem a little
And
hungry.
starving.
That's rough, goodness gracious. If you could get out of the mob, dear, I'd say do it. But, well, seems to benefit you and your brother well enough.
Mm,
And the Giovanni, ugh.
yeah. I I was hoping that maybe I could trouble you for a little sip.
Do I get anything in return for my delicious vitae?
Well, I'm sure we could work out some favors. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. We know how good you are at scratching backs.
Of course, darling. Perhaps we can make another fun entrance to Elysium next time. I do love
All
faces of the
yours.
court. Very well, then. She lifts up her hair for you to get to her neck.
And he will lean in and very, very gently take what he needs.
Okay, you take any more than that, or just what you need?
Just enough to drop that one hunger, so to drop down to hunger one.
Okay, easy enough. She, she tastes delicious. She is, well, you've been having a dalliance with Miss Sophie Langley for, several decades now? Ooh. And every time, it's just as delicious as the first time. It tastes of roses and old brownstone and her classic perfume she's always wearing, which she might have started wearing just so that you would always remember her whenever, you smelled her.
Of course, of course.
She's a Toreador, what do I gotta say? But yeah, it's delicious and it's filling, and your beast is a little more sated, though you do hear it. Dominic, come on. She's willing. Take more. We're always hungry. And how often do we get food this easy, this willing, this delicious that isn't some lowly kind? This is the woman you love. You deserve more from her.
Uh, as much as he wants to, as much as the beast wants him to, he can't.
Okay. So you pull back. Wound vanishes, of course, with the magic of weird vampire stuff. Was that all you came to me for? I'm so hurt to just be used as a blood bag. And she flutters her eyes,
No.
lashes at you.
I was thinking that since I got everything taken care of tonight, I just got to drop something off at the boss, and then I'm yours for the rest of the night.
Ooh. Gives me enough time to go check on the fledgling.
So it's going to only take me 20 minutes tops to get this dropped off.
Give me
And then
30, dear. The fledgling needs extra coaching. We're trying to figure out the rarefied type. Ugh.
I remember my first few nights. It can be a little rough, but I know you got this.
Of course. Go run along and do your errand, and I will tend to my new fledgling.
Of course. And he's going to uh, lean in, give her a soft kiss, and tell her that he'll be back in 30 minutes. He's going to pick up his hat box and he's going to head off to the boss.
Okay. You're heading to the underboss, not the capo, because
Or,
this is the
right.
underboss's
Yeah.
job.
The
Capo was just
underboss.
the messenger,
Right.
which is weird for Capo to be sometimes, but hey, mafia structure. All right. You know where the underboss likes to meet up. You easily head over there, and I assume you knock on the door before barging in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, nothing if not polite and courteous, observing all of the customs. But
Yes.
he'll knock on the door and wait.
Come in.
Dominic will enter with the hat box in his hands. I picked up that thing that you wanted from across town.
Fausto is not facing you. He's facing the wall. Let me switch the music real fast to fit the setting. Do 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 do. Hello. You know, if it'll load. You finished it?
It is done.
Excellent. Put it on the side table.
And he'll set it down. Is there anything else you require from me, sir?
Well, let me first check you didn't try to deceive me. Not that I think you would. And he
Of course.
finally turns around and opens the bag and easily hefts up Jeannie's head, examines it. Well done. Mission accomplished. You've done well, my boy. Very well indeed.
And if anyone goes poking around, they're going to think it's the ghoul that did it.
Very good. He just kind of gives you a wry smile, which either means danger or good job. Uh,
Sometimes both.
that's true. In the mafia, you never know. You make me proud, son. Very proud. You've been serving the family well. Maybe in a few years' time, you'll earn up a rank. Keep doing your job, and rewards will come.
It is my honor to serve this family.
Good. Now, make sure you're careful whenever you're around the DeLucas, right?
Of course, of course.
He's gonna insight check you. So make me composure and resolve.
Composure and resolve.
Because you're a little too close to him for his liking with your mentor and your brother and the pretty, pretty little redhead.
Yeah, 5 successes with a critical will work.
Very nice. You beat him by one. Well, whether you're lying or not, he believes you. Good. We do have a few business dealings that'll come down the line soon, so you will probably be recruited for that since you're a little closer to that family. But do be careful. Can't trust those DeLucas one lick, no matter who they are.
Understood.
Good. Enjoy your evening with Miss Langley. And he nods for you to get out.
And without saying anything further, he's going to leave the office and kill a bit of time before going to see Sophie.
Does it bother you that the underboss who you're indebted to, who basically owns you, knows you're seeing Sophie? I mean, everyone kind of knows that, but like the fact that he knows you're doing it tonight.
It doesn't it doesn't bother him. There is there's no expectation of privacy, especially in the kind or the kindred world. He knows that he's got a pattern to his behavior. The man could have very easily been guessing that he was going to see Sophie.
That's
Like,
true. You guys have been an item for a long time.
yeah, it's no secret that he's been seeing Sophie. So it's a pretty good guess that on any given night he'd be with her. So it's something that like, yeah, he might have said it to get a rise out of me. He might have been guessing. He might know, but like that's just how it is. Like it's not really going to bother Dominic that much.
All right. So as you're killing time, I'm assuming just kind of walking around, trying not to look too suspicious. How does Dominic feel about how this evening's been? How weird it's been? Successfully killing someone again, making the underboss proud.
It's while it's been a weird night, he is he's satisfied. He's good at what he does. That's why his bosses use him for what they use him for. He is in one regard, he is satisfied with how he does, how he's doing, but he is also hungry for more. Like he knows he's been doing really good work, and it kind of chapped him a bit hearing that, oh well, maybe in a few years, like I've been busting my hump. I've been, putting people down for you
For
and
decades.
doing for decades.
You're
I,
serving under a mortal capo. What an insult.
and there's part of him that wants more, that will always want more. There will never be enough for him. But he's trying to temper that with a successful night's work, and he's going to he looks forward to spending the rest of the night with Sophie because usually that helps him, that helps distract him from that deep hunger for more power, more recognition. Uh the underboss saying that he's proud, like that's great. That's great. Attaboys are super important, but like he wants to be the boss of bosses. He's put in his time, he's put in the work. He knows though that that's not always the way things go. So he's trying his hardest to bide his time and wait for his opening. It's just difficult because not only does he have the beast constantly urging him to just take, but he genuinely feels like he's owed at this point.
You fought in the Battle of New York. You helped save the city from the Sabbat. Your freaking broodmate became prince over you, and you don't get like any position of power. Nothing. You're barely an Adelaide in the Ventru council direct board. Like, goodness. How does
Yeah,
Dominic feel about the few references that both Sophie and oh, what's this dude's name? The Genovese guy, their references to your brother and his child.
he he hates the fact that his brother beat him to Adriana. Like it it is like salt in the wound because he is sitting there thinking to himself like I could have had it all. I could have had Adriana, I could have had the throne, I could have had the family, I could have had everything. But these, these little scuttling schemers all around me have been piecemeal taking little things from me here and there. And eventually, once everything falls into place, I'm just going to keep my head down and I'm going to keep working. And, Sophie has been doing a wonderful job helping that along. But once everything's in place, he's going to take the big chair. He's going to be the boss of bosses. He's going to be the prince. He's going to claim what is his by right of blood.
Absolutely. It's ridiculous you have to deal with these kindred who aren't just, straight up about what they're doing. They just have to be meddling all the time. I mean, even freaking Sophie does it. She's great at it. But even she does that. Who knows if she's also manipulating him? Probably, maybe. I mean, she wasn't trying to hide the fact she wants him to help her, overthrow his broodmate and train up this fledgling into a proper Ventru. Who can you really trust? Your own brother's a different clan and stole the child you wanted. Who can you trust?
And that is the thing. You can't trust anyone, but you can certainly utilize the people that are around you, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to build what is his by hook or by crook. And no matter what, nothing is going to stop him from claiming his prize. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's a shame that Adriana was embraced into a different clan, but and with enough time, with enough care and manipulations, she'll come around.
Yeah. Well, as you're pondering these successes and failures in your unlife, Sophie pulls back up her driver, opening the door for her, and she pops awe. Not that she needs it to catch your attention, because you're going to recognize your redhead. But she does it anyway and smiles coyly at you and lures you back into her apartment. And you have a wonderful, intimate night with the woman you think you love. Flash forward, just a couple months later, you're sitting in Sophie's apartment all alone. You let yourself in. You haven't seen her in weeks. She hasn't shown up to Elysium. She's not answering your texts or calls. Her child, Balto, or whatever his name is, I can't remember off the top of my head, um, doesn't know where she is. Nobody knows where Sophie Langley is or the mysterious Ventru child she adopted.
Dominic's going to look around the apartment and see if maybe she left a letter, uh, anything. He is gutted. Up until she disappeared, he thought it was going to be the two of them against the world. Um, and maybe she did get in his head. Maybe she this is all just part of her plan.
Okay.
But
First, make me a
yeah,
wits and awareness to search her apartment, and then give me wits and insight.
wits and awareness. So we've got that is a 6. One. 4 successes.
Okay. There's nothing too obvious, though you do find a small hidden compartment of her desk, and you open it, probably just through sheer force, because you don't care about whether you break her stuff right now, because where is Sophie? And you do find a few papers. There's not many, because Sophie, while she openly talked with you about wanting to overthrow the prince, she was still careful about what she did to an extent. But you do
Right.
find some papers there with her talking about wanting to overthrow the prince and wanting to make herself prince, not you, herself, because every kindred is selfish. But there's nothing in there or anywhere in the apartment that indicates where has gone. Did you roll wits and insight for me?
Wits and insight. That is another 6. I take it my will has reset.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna 4
Four
successes.
successes. All right. You know Sophie almost better than anyone in the city. Maybe even better than any of the Toreador. You've just been together for ages and you just know each other. Sophie wouldn't just leave like this. Not without saying something or doing a dramatic exit. Something's wrong. You just don't know what it is. And with that unsettling thought about your lover missing and you don't know why, we're going to end the session 0.